Hunter Biden is a private citizen, has always been a private citizen. He's not the president of the United States. He's not running to be the president of the United States. He's getting all this attention because of his celebrity, based on his connection by blood to the sitting president of the United States. Do the counterfactual for a moment. In a million years, can you imagine if Donald Trump got reelected and a Joe Biden appointed U.S. attorney who was held over for some period of time decided to indict and go to trial against Donald Trump Jr., that Donald Trump Sr. would stand idly by, not comment on it, not pardon his son, not direct.
No, it's inconceivable. It's inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
That's right.
Right. So when you ask what's the significance of it, that significance, I think, is being lost on people. The fact that the First Lady of the United States is in the courtroom with her son, with her and Joe Biden's son, to give moral support, not exercising any authority that he absolutely he doesn't have any authority over Alvin Bragg, but he could absolutely give direction, as Donald Trump says he would do and plans to do in terms of retribution against his political enemies if he were to go back into office. Now, on the question of the seriousness of the charge, lots of people have commented that we have a series of gun laws in place. I prosecuted a number of them, of illegal possession of a handgun. Most commonly, that's brought if you're a prior convicted felon. By the way, incidental to this, and the intersection of the Trump case and the Hunter Biden cases, Donald Trump, now convicted, cannot possess a firearm. So put that to the side for a moment. What's also super interesting here that I haven't heard a lot talked about is you have a strange collection of bedfellows here. Ordinarily, right, the average progressive would say you have to enforce the gun laws very strictly. By contrast, the average conservative who believes strongly in the Second Amendment would say that is an overreach, and just because you've been convicted of a crime in the example I gave before doesn't mean you should forever forfeit your constitutional right. In the same way that a lot of people say, just because you've been convicted of a crime, you shouldn't forfeit your right to vote forever and ever and ever. So, this is the other significance of it is you can sort of tell where people are tribally, as opposed to where they would be if this was an anonymous, unknown garden variety defendant.
It's very important to make the distinction between, these are the ultimate sort of asymmetrical cases. Donald Trump was accused of, essentially distorting the 2016 election by paying this hush money to a former porn star. Hunter Biden is accused, private citizen is accused of owning a gun for 11 days and possibly lying on a form about it. Now, I think you're right about the tribalism, absolutely. And it does strike me that Joe Biden, has had terrible luck with this son. The timing of it is just, you couldn't even make this up. That literally while the Democrats finally get a couple days where they're focusing the lens squarely in this election for once, not on Biden's age or, what his record is in the country, but on Donald Trump and his fitness for office. And do they want a convicted felon in the White House? And then boom, 2 days later, Hunter Biden is on trial. The timing just is a reminder that Biden can't seem, to catch a break. We're talking a lot about the case itself in New York or the case itself now in Delaware, but I also think it's important to pull back and to say, why is this happening? No matter how much they spin me, I do not believe, and I don't think anyone should believe that Republicans or Donald Trump are happy about him being a convicted felon, or that they think it's such a great thing for his campaign. If they thought it was such a great thing for his campaign, I think they would approach it very differently.